One of my lecturer once said, and I quote, "An educated man is not a man who knows everything, because knowledge has no end, but a man who is curious to know." Unquote. What he was saying was that your curiosity to know, your curiosity to learn, your curiosity to get to know what is happening makes you an educated man. We are still on this Falanas issue. We are still on the issue of the Falanas issue with the voice or the telephone conversation that leaked out into the social space. We already knew how the telephone conversation was leaked. Bobrisky, who is a he, was holding a gentleman, and the gentleman wanted to have a kind of a security in case Bobrisky did not want to pay him back. And really, it happened that when the gentleman asked to be paid back his money, Bobrisky said no, wanted to blackmail him. That is how the video got to a Very Dark Man. Because Very Dark Man is in the habit of calling people out, especially those who are holding money and don't want to pay, as long as he has the receipt. So that was how Very Dark Man got hold of the telephone conversation, and he blew it out. These are things you already know. But there's a lot of things that we don't know about this story. But thank God, Very Dark Man is ready to go to anywhere he's been called. If he think the calling is done rightly, he's ready to go there and explain his own part of it, just like when he went to the National Assembly. And our senior advocate of Nigeria, our daddy, our uncle, Femi Falana, is also going about explaining his own side of the story. Although he has little or nothing in this story. There was nothing. He was not involved in the conversation. So he really had nothing in this story, except that his son was involved in the conversation. So definitely he must have spoken to his son privately, and that one must have explained. But here is the cocoa of the matter. The two main actors in this telephone conversation are refusing to come out and explain some certain things, some curiosity that we have. And these are our brother, Falz, the bad guy, Bobrisky. Because this telephone conversation centered around them, whether we like it or not. The answers to our curiosity rest on these two persons. Whether we know what had really happened depends on whether these two persons are ready to talk. With that, we say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ini TV. We are global and social commentator. All we preach here is good governance. All we preach here is Peter Obi, and all we preach here is Labour Party. Because we believe that Nigeria is at the cliff of becoming a failed state. And except something is done, we don't really know who is going to save Nigeria, and that is why we are calling on all. If you think you can save Nigeria, please come out and let's save this great country. Come out and let's savage this great country. It's corruption, leadership problem. These two issues, if these two issues are solved, a good leader and the corrupt practices, if these two issues could be solved, Nigeria will be great again. Just like we said at the introduction of this video, we have 10 questions we want to ask. 10 questions. Since Falz, the bad guy, is not answering questions, Bobrisky too is not answering questions, the only two people that is ready to talk are the Very Dark Man himself and Femi Falana, S-A-N, San. So we are going to throw these questions to these two people that are ready to talk. We know Very Dark Man does not know much. All he did was just to blow the whistleblower. And also, he is not very close to Falz. He is not close to Bobrisky. So this one leaves us with only one option. Daddy San, Femi Falana, S-A-N. He is the only one that can really answer our questions. He is the only one that can, please, enlighten us because of our curiosity. Shed light into our doubts. We have 10 questions for you, sir. So please, if you know him, tag him to this video. The next time he comes around, whether on the national TV or radio, he should please address these 10 questions. that we are finding it difficult. They are controversial. We are finding it difficult to really understand it. Number one, the said conversation between Falz, the bad guy, and Bobrisky, we were told took place on the 4th of May. And by the 4th of May, Bobrisky has already been sentenced. So what Femi Falana is saying, because he said, attest to the fact of that date, that this conversation took place probably after a month that Bobrisky has been sentenced. So this conversation took place while Bobrisky was inside the jail. It should please clear us that. Because the said conversation took place on the 4th of May and Bobrisky was sentenced in April. So is it true that this telephone conversation took place while Bobrisky was supposed to be inside the jail? That's the first question. Number two, did he know that Bobrisky has the liberty to call anybody at any given time inside the prison? Was Falz aware of that? That Bobrisky has the liberty to call anybody at any given time? Was Falz aware? Number three, was Falz also aware that Bobrisky was not in prison but in an apartment? Or did Bobrisky tell Falz that he was in an apartment? What was his own knowledge, Falz, about Bobrisky being in an apartment? Did he know? Or was he as blank as we, the masses, were? So number four, we all agree that there was a telephone conversation. Bobrisky said it was Falz that called him. Falz said no, it was Bobrisky that called. We don't want to argue who called or who called, but we believe that it was Bobrisky that was in a distressed position. He was inside the jail or the apartment, whatever we want to say. So definitely, we believe it was Bobrisky that called Falz. But that is not what we are important here now. But what we are asking now is, how long was the telephone conversation? Number four, how long was the telephone conversation? Could it be tagged in seconds or minutes or hours? We want to know how long. Well, was it a 30 seconds conversation? 15 minutes conversation? Or probably 2 hours conversation? Who knows? How long was the conversation? So that we were able to imagine the quantity of matters that must have discussed within that frame of time. You cannot compare a 15 minutes conversation, a 15 seconds conversation with a 15 minutes conversation. The materials discussed will be enormously different. Okay. Number five, because there was a telephone conversation, there is a relationship. That's a fact. But what the question we're asking it, what kind of a relationship was there between Falz and Bobrisky? Was it informal? Was it semi-formal? Was it formal? Was it casual? Was it cordial? We just want to know what kind of relationship exists between both of them. Or probably if Falz could tell us if that was the first time he was calling Bobrisky, that we don't really know. Let him try and explain the relationship. Was it the relationship that was cordial, that was casual? I don't know. We want to know. Then we were also told that it was Bobrisky, that is number 6 now, that Bobrisky was asking Falz to please help talk to his father to get the presidential pardon. Or it was Falz that said, okay, I can talk to my father so that he'll give you pardon. We don't really know. But the question we're asking, was it only that item that was in the telephone conversation, that presidential pardon? Was it only that item or there was something else? We want to know. Then question number 7. At the end of the day, when Bobrisky was asking you to tell your father, did you go to your dad and really ask, as we are still talking today, did you later, after the telephone conversation, went to your dad and asked your dad to please get the presidential pardon for Bobrisky? It's something we want to know. Although your daddy has said that he has given a lot of people presidential pardon without asking for a couple. Number 8. We are aware that Bobrisky is Yoruba. And we are aware that Femi Falana, SAN, he's a man who owed his ethnicity so dearly to himself. So, Falz or Daddy Falz, why are the Falanas, why can't they touch Bobrisky? Is it because he or she is a Yoruba? Does the tribe come in here? We want to know. Then number 9. You see, today there's scientific advancement. People can do a lot of things and you'll think they are real, but they are fake. We've seen picture of Falz and P. Diddy flying about in the internet. Is that picture, is it fake or real? Can Falz say he has never met P. Diddy? This is a question that is also bothering us. And finally, number 10. If you don't mind, you have the right not to answer this question because I think it's a very personal question. Daddy Falana, you also have the right not to answer this question. Even Falz has the right not to answer this question. It is not obligatory for you to answer this question. We are just curious. We are just asking questions. And if you think there are some certain questions that you don't want to answer, you just say pass. Pass. But this is the last and the final question. If you don't mind, what is Falz? I mean, Falz the bad guy. What is his sexual orientation? Is he straight? Is he bent? Is he curved? Is he reverse? We just want to know. There are a lot of questions that Nigerians want to know. You see, the reason why we are asking this question now is that you said you are going to court, and you as a lawyer know fully well that once the matter gets to court, we can no longer discuss this issue. According to what most lawyers said, when the case is in court, you have no right to come and begin to discuss the issue. So that is why we are asking this question before you finally decide to take this case to court. So please, in your next interview that you're going to grant, or when you have the opportunity to go on the national TV or radio or whatever it is, newspaper, please get these 10 questions in mind. And if you help answer them, we, the internet friends, the internet in-laws, will be very, very happy. This is where we'll draw the curtain of this video. So if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, we'll ask you to please subscribe. After you subscribe, just press your notification bell button so that each time we upload video, it comes directly to you. And also, don't forget to like and comment. And for our returning subscribers, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, but God love you most. And as it is the culture in this channel, we'll catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we say chooks, ciao, adios, au revoir, hasta la vista. Bye-bye.